All right, let's just jump right in. If you're a director of operations, you know you're in a pretty unique spot. You're the one who has to take the big, shiny strategy from the C-suite and somehow make it real on the ground, with teams who are already stretched pretty thin. You're part translator, part driver, and you're the one on the hook for execution.
So, you've probably asked yourself this question, 100 times? Why does that brilliant new patient flow initiative just stall out after a few weeks? Why does the big tech upgrade lose all its steam? You've got a good plan, you have good people, so what is going wrong?
Well, the cost of not figuring that out is staggering. This number you're looking at, that's what it costs a hospital, on average, for every single 1% increase in nurse turnover. And you and I both know, nothing burns out a great team faster than chaotic, messy initiatives that just pile on stress with no clear wins. And if you've ever felt that pain, that feeling of a major project just going sideways, you are absolutely not alone. Something like 75% of major healthcare projects, we're talking the big ones like ERP implementations, they go off track. The struggle to execute is real and it's universal. It's not just you, it's the system. This is what we call the execution trap. It's that really frustrating place where good strategies and good, dedicated people just get stuck. It's the gap between the vision in the boardroom and the reality of patient care. And it's a trap that costs you money, morale, and all that precious momentum. So here's the most important idea we're going to unpack. If you take one thing away, let it be this. The chaos that you're fighting every single day, it is not a people problem. Your teams are capable, they are committed. The chaos is a system problem. And this right here is the perfect way to see it. What we see on the surface, the burnout, the finger pointing, the missed deadlines, those are almost always just symptoms of what's really broken underneath. The real culprits? Things like unclear roles, no predictable rhythm for communication, and just plain foggy expectations. And you know what the good news is? Systems are so much easier to fix than people. Okay, so how do we fix the system? How do we escape this trap? Well, it's not with some massive 200-page project plan or another piece of complicated software. Nope, it's by installing 3 simple, incredibly powerful habits that replace all that chaos with clarity. And here they are. First, you clarify who does what. It's that simple. Second, you create a predictable rhythm for how you all communicate. And third, you make the progress visible to everybody. These are not heavy bureaucratic processes. They're light, they're fast, and they're designed for busy places just like yours. Let's just focus on that communication rhythm for a second. This table shows you just how simple it can be. By just defining who meets, how often, and why you're meeting, you can kill those endless, soul-crushing email chains and keep decisions from getting stuck in limbo. It creates predictability in what can feel like a really unpredictable world. Now, I want to zero in on one of the most powerful habits inside that communication rhythm. It's a really simple tool that transforms your team's updates from, boring status reports into actual strategic conversations. This is the script, a 4-part, 60-second status update that builds incredible clarity and confidence. What did we just get done? What are we doing next? What roadblocks are in our way? And what do we need from you, from leadership, to keep things moving? It's direct, it's honest, and it's always looking forward. And this is really the magic of it, because when your CEO, when they hear this kind of clear, concise update, they stop worrying. And when they stop worrying, they stop micromanaging. They feel confident that the team is in control, which frees you up to do your real job, to lead. So when you actually install these habits, what does your world start to look like? Let's just paint a quick picture. Because this isn't some fantasy. This is what happens when you escape that execution trap. It looks like control, but not that rigid, top-down kind of control. We're talking about calm, predictable, forward-moving control, where your teams feel empowered, not hammered. It looks like this, a simple visual tracker, on a whiteboard, a shared doc, whatever, that becomes the single source of truth for the entire project. I mean, just imagine, your COO can walk by and see the progress in 5 seconds without interrupting your team. A frontline nurse can see exactly how their small piece fits into the bigger picture. It completely kills the "I didn't know that was my job" problem forever. No more guessing, just clarity. And the ultimate payoff? It's this huge shift. You move from being reactive, where your entire calendar is just putting out fires, to being proactive. And that means you have the mental space to actually think strategically. It means your one-on-ones are about growing your people, not just nagging them for status updates.
You're not just surviving the week anymore. You are building real, tangible momentum on the things that actually matter.
So I'll leave you with this one question. Just think for a second about that one project. You know the one I'm talking about. That important initiative that's just stuck in the mud right now. If your teams had this level of clarity, this simple system for talking to each other and seeing the work, what could you finally get moving again? Maybe as soon as tomorrow.